What up, what up, what up, my people? What's up? It's Sunday, February 18th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with Him all things is possible. It's No Doug Zone episode is sponsored by Matchbout. Follow Matchbout Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Matchbout, the best sponsorship in the land. What up, y'all? I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Get this camera straight over here. What's up, my people? Yeah, it's your boy back in the building. How y'all feeling today, man? I jumped on the gram earlier, right? I was going ham, but I was in my feelings. Well, not in my feelings, but we have our moments. I jumped on earlier and I had to speak about a few things that was on my mind, so I wanted to go ahead and get it up off my chest, and that's what I went and did. But it's all good. Just never live in a world where you're afraid to say what's on your mind. A lot of times we can say stuff that can help people, or sometimes we might say something that might get ourselves in trouble. But I've always tried to be a person that believed in you got something on your mind, man. Go ahead and it's best that you go ahead and speak it and get it off your mind. You know what I'm saying? That way you can move forward to whatever it is that you need to move forward to. Uh, okay, give me a second. Okay, good. Yeah, so got that right there. Yeah, so that's all that was just me getting stuff off my mind. That's all. But it's all good though. But right now we back. We get ready to talk some boxing, man. Let a few of y'all come in before I start going in. Um, Usually I'll just go ahead and jump straight in. Waiting on people sometimes that could be a task. Waiting on y'all. Bruce Gas, what's up? My brother. What's going on? What's going on? We're going speaking about Cool Boy Steph. I mean, so I'm gonna try to see. I connect this with Instagram, so I don't know if it went through. Let's check it out. See if it did. I don't know if it did. It's supposed to be connected to it. I don't know if I did it, y'all. I mean, because I am still learning how to do everything. I can't tell you necessarily if it did it or not. No, I guess not. I don't know. I guess I have to wait to see. I don't know. This social media is crazy. Crush, what's up? Get my son Crush up here, man. Get my God Crush. Crush, give me a second, man. So, like I said, Schoolboy Step is what we talking about today, right? Where's Coolboy Steph? That's not a disrespectful question. It's just a question. Um, it's not a okay. It's not a disrespectful question. It's just a question I got. I've been wondering, haven't heard anything from Cool Boy Steph, since the anyway fight. So I just want to know, where's our boy at? Where's Cool Boy? And who are the top players from 122 to 130? These are just questions that I got when I think of these weight classes. Crush, what up?
What up, bro? What's happening? What's poppin', man?
What's going on, Crush? What's good with you?
Nothing, man. I'm just chilling out on this Sunday, man. Just relaxing. Went out, hung out last night. Did little throwback hip hop dancing and stuff. Show these people that I still got it. And had to show off some of these young folks, man. Yeah.
Man, you ain't hurt nobody, did you?
Oh no. That showed them that the habit of footwork still got it. You know what I mean? You know how it is when you hit the highest level of your skill. Learners in the Shaolin Temple. After that, you go study. You just study the books and meditate and look down upon everybody else. I keep on telling them I'm above the clouds with this ish, but yeah.
You
But
had
I had a good time, man,
you had to
when I
show him you
did
still
little hip
got it.
hop. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah. My cousin, he's big on that, so he had already set me up and had people know I was coming to show off these skills that I was just supposed to be going sipping on some tequila and enjoy myself, but it was all good, man. But um, that's one of the best questions no one has asked yet, and it's a question that's going to be very hard to answer, and especially me being a Philadelphia guy, we don't even know what's going on with Scooter. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going on with Scooter. Um, haven't been seeing him too much on social media. A few times he's been on there, just regular pictures, not saying saying anything too much. And I might need to apply a little more pressure by being a Philly native and not finding out what's going on with this guy. Definitely need to see what's going on with him because he's bigger than his first defeat that he took. Um, but I'm thinking maybe he it took a toll on him. Needs some time off. Probably trying to figure out what he needs to do next, far as weight class, and everything. So hopefully, Scooter. I know you out there listening. You got somebody listening. Come on, man. You got to start making some noise. Are you done? You've been quiet since then. So, bro, have you subliminally retired? I mean, that's what some would think. Maybe if they already didn't start thinking about that. But it seems like he's somewhat, unclaimably retired because he hasn't said much or you haven't seen much of him since the NUA loss. But we're not coming down on schoolboy like we should. Anytime anyone else they lose a fight and they get quiet, we're on their behinds. We pursuing them. So why is the boxing community now pursuing to see what's going on with Cool Boy stuff? And of course, the thing is, oh, he's not popular. Man, I'm getting all that, but you can't tell me that 1,000 times over. It's still boxing. He still wants to be seen. You know, um, but I think it's more so he's not sure what he wants to do next. He wants to stay in the weight class, he step up, and I mean that after losing to anyway, I wouldn't want to see him fight anything on a level lower because there's no need for him to reset himself. But I think he has a good enough boxing IQ and all the rest of those things to really challenge himself. And I mean, he had one of the best stories in boxing because he was beating a whole lot of top guys that he wasn't getting praise for. He was beating more undefeated guys, facing more undefeated guys than most of boxing. So, taking a loss to a guy like that, and he's taking so much time to get back into the ring, makes me wonder that he's probably trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do. So he hasn't put anything out there to confuse anyone. A lot of them, they just like to say something just so they can stay relevant. So maybe once he decides where he want to go, what he want to do next, then we can hear this guy talk about his next move and possibly get back into the ring. Now, I don't know. He should be trying to go up in weight class. I'm not sure how far school they can go up, but what he needs to do is get back into boxing. There's a lot of skilled fighters in the game. Hey, Scooter, don't come on, Scooter, man. I know you ain't that Lord, man. It's a whole lot of good fighters you can fight, man. And I know this guy can get his behind with. That's why Monster. Anyway, people, ladies and gentlemen, real quick. That's why he said, if y'all talking about him, I'm going to paraphrase what he said in short term. Monster anyway ain't going up in the weight classes, y'all. And he said this weight classes for a reason because y'all trying to get his ass with.
Yeah.
So he already know he can't go up but so damn big. But then my whole thing is this, okay, now, a lot of us want him to we want to see him more. And surprisingly, I heard people say, man, well, Monster ain't gotta come over here, to fight. And I'm like, nah, what are y'all doing? This is the Mecca soil of the place, okay? This wasn't the birthplace of boxing. We know where the birthplace of boxing is at. But when it comes to the best hands that ever laced this thing up in the history of all sports, not just this sport, this is the land right here. So I don't know why so many people are starting to get like that, and I'm not understanding. But I'm saying, hey, if you that bad, my man, okay, you can stay in those lower weight classes, but bring your ass over to the side and continue to do what you did. Then I'm gonna start thinking other things about it. I don't want to take any weight loss away from me, but it seemed kind of strange too. But Cool Boy definitely needs to let us know what's going on with it. We already know being out the ring for long period of time ain't good for any fighter, no matter what age you are. So
Yeah.
I don't know, see, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's
Give me a
mind
second.
boggling.
I'm just sending this link to D Free real quick. But I was I was sitting around and I was saying to myself, all right, I want to go back live, but I just need to what is it that I'm gonna talk about? Because the fights that happened this past week, they were good fights, but I'm like, all right, well, we can't keep dragging that. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sitting
Right.
around. Now, how Cool Boy came up was because I was sitting around and I said, because I had Shushu, I had Bruce Carrington, his father, on earlier when I was on IG, and we was just
Right.
talking, and I started thinking about everybody from 122 to 126 to 130. And I'm like,
Right.
damn, those are three badass weight classes. But I said, something's missing. Cool Boy.
Mm.
Where is Cool Boy and where does he fit in all that? So,
Yeah.
that's the questions that I had. And I was like, you know what? We're going to talk about that today. We going to figure it out. Now, we might not be able to figure out where he's at or what he's doing, but it's just something to get a conversation going and make people think like, you know what? He's right. We haven't heard from him.
Right.
And I'm just hoping to see him back in soon, but he plays a major role anywhere from 122 to 130. He plays a major role in that. I don't think real boxing fans or the ones who think they know boxing understand that. You cannot mention 122 to 130, 122, 126, and 130, and you don't mention Cool Boy Steph because well, we don't know what he's doing. He lost the anyway, so we can't throw his name in there. No, we still got to mention his name because 122, might have been too much weight for him. 126 might not even be enough for him. Maybe 130 it is. Who knows? So the question of the day is, where's Cool Boy and how soon can we see him? D Free, what's up?
What's good? What's good? What's going on, Crush?
D3, what's going on, bro? Not much, man. We up here talking about what's going on with Cool Boy. And C Man came up with a hell of a question, man. What you
Yeah.
got to add on to it?
Well, Cool Boy, we don't know if he's moving up. He was supposed to move up and rematch Brandon Figueroa, but he ended up taking the Inouye fight. Um, so that fight is still a fight for him to have the rematch because right now Brandon Figueroa is the WBC interim champion. So that will put Cool Boy right back in the spot to fight for a title. If he beat Brandon Figueroa for the interim title. So that could be a fight they could be making for Cool Boy right now because I seen him on Instagram maybe about a month ago and
Hmm.
he was just showing off his cars and stuff like that he had just gotten.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I don't know if he's trained because Cool Boy he don't really be in the spotlight like that. You might see him if he do an interview or stuff like that, but he don't really be on Twitter. He really don't be on Instagram like that. That's why I was surprised to see him on it. He really don't post nothing like that on Instagram. Um, but he could be training and getting ready to have a fight. I just haven't heard anything about him.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why today, like I said, I was sitting around after I got off Instagram and I was like, damn, Cool Boy. It just popped up just like that. Where's our guy Cool Boy? Because he does play a position, like I said, anywhere between 122 and 130. And
Mm,
when you look at 120, when you look at 122, and you look at 126, and you look at 130, everybody always likes to pay attention to the higher weight classes. But if you look at those three right there, there's some dogs in them classes.
yeah, it's a lot of dogs down there. Especially between 126 and 130. There's some good fighters down there. Um, the see a lot of people because Cool Boy lost to Monster anyway, and the way he lost, a lot of people say, okay, you know what, Cool Boy might not be really that good. He fought Monster, he got knocked out. A lot of people is,
right.
is sleeping on Cool Boy because he really doesn't have no power, and a lot of people don't know how to identify his fighting style. They don't know if he's a boxer, if he's a brawler, if they don't know what he is. The thing about Cool Boy is Cool Boy can brawl if he have to. We saw that with Brandon Figueroa, but he also can box. The issue that Cool Boy have is his power. When he fight against those bigger punchers, is he going to be able to stay away from the power shots because he doesn't have real power like that. Um, but Cool Boy, I mean, he made it all the way up to the top until he fought Monster anyway with somebody that he didn't have to fight. He fought him because he wanted to. He didn't have to fight. And you got to remember, he was the champion. He chose to go over to Japan. He could have said, "Nah, you want to fight me? I'm the champion. You want my belt? You come over here and you fight me over here. Fight me in Philly." But
Mhm.
he chose to go to Japan, and it was a nice payday for him. But I think he gave up his his A side status by going over to Japan because he could have fought that man right there in Philly or in New Jersey somewhere, maybe even in the Bake. He could have fought him somewhere over there, and it it would have been it still would have been a nice payday for him. But that's the thing about Cool Boy. He doesn't have real power like that. So a lot of people, when they saw the monster anyway, they were like, okay, Cool Boy's not really that good. He ain't got no power. He's not gonna be able to stand up against the bigger punchers. So they tend to look past Cool Boy. But Cool Boy, he could fight with the best of them. I think he allowed himself to to fall a victim to Monster Inouye's power because I think he could have possibly did better. Now, what I did see in that fight with Monster was we saw Monster able to box. Monster showed some skills that a lot of us haven't seen from him before. So it just means Monster was just better than what a lot of people thought. But it doesn't take anything away from Cool Boy. Cool Boy's still who he is. He's a good fighter. He could beat some of your favorite fighters if you sleep on him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you taking your, and a lot of fighters go through this, and you know, it's something about when you take your first L, and it depends on, I guess, how you took it. You need time to bounce back from it. And of course, the way he took it, you know, it's not like he got beat to death where he left out on the stretcher, but it definitely ended the way that we didn't think it was going to end. So it even had me in shock, like, oh shit, I did not see that coming. But
Right.
I guess when that happens, because we can't speak for these fighters, so we don't know what they go through. I guess when you go through that, you need time to figure things out, or you just need time to just to recuperate, whatever you want to call it. You just need time to, you know, to get your mind back together, and you want time away. You just need to think, and you know, hey, look, I get it. You know what I mean? That's why I don't really bother them when that happens. But then when I don't see you for a while, the question comes up is, okay, where are you? That's why we're having this conversation. Like, Cool Boy, we love you, dude. We want you back outside now. We ain't saying you hiding. We're not saying you're avoiding, you're ducking. Not you. You're from Philly. There's no such thing as ducking when you come from Philly. But we just want to see you back in the mix of it, because now it's starting to get more interesting in these weight classes that I mentioned. And I know you said 126 and 130, and I look at for some reason, I still pay attention to 122. So when I mention them three classes, I go, these are three interesting classes. And then, you know, we look at young guys like Shushu and all these other guys who starting to make noise. And I go, man, this is getting real. This is going to get real interesting. In the next year or two, things are going to get real interesting. When you think of 122, 126, and 130, I'm gonna start with you, D Free. When you think of those three weight classes, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
The first thing that comes to my mind right now is Oshaki versus Shushu.
Oh, you son of
I,
a!
I see something like that happening because
I don't like
Shushu,
you.
yeah, he's at 126, but Shushu is 5'9", 5'9", and I don't see him being at 126 too much longer. I don't know if Oshaki's going to move to 135, but that will be a hell of a fight, Oshaki versus Shushu at 130.
Jeez.
That would be a hell of a fight.
Oh man, I need another drink. Thank you, D Free.
That's a heck of a matchup right
Hey, I'm not gonna hold you. D Free just, like your name, he just crushed me.
there. Yeah, he
He
got
just
right
crushed
to
me
it.
with that one.
That's
I
one
ain't
hell
even-
of a match right there.
I didn't
I didn't
I
even
didn't
think
have
that
to
far yet.
listen, I didn't even have that on my radar.
Right,
I
right.
mean,
I'm thinking.
I didn't even have that on my radar.
I mean,
That would have been the
remember
last two people.
we was talking about it the other day, and we
We
was
was talking
talking
about it the
about.
other day, but I didn't never think of that. Now we said
I was
Shushu
like,
versus Roach. Oh man,
Because I was thinking, I was like, okay, I say Oshaki at 130. I said, I don't really see nobody at 130 beating Oshaki. But if Shushu moves up to 130, you throw him in the mix, man, that's a hell of a fight. Now, Oshaki, he got the experience level, but man, I think Shushu might be a real problem for Oshaki at 130. He might be a real problem for him because Shushu, he got the boxing ability and he got real power. I think he can box with Oshaki, and I think he's a bigger puncher than Oshaki. The question is the experience level that Oshaki has. Would it be too much for Shushu? Because Oshaki, he can switch it as well. He can fight from southpaw or orthodox. We've seen him do that in the last one. So that's a hell of a fight. That's a fight that you like. No, this 50-50. I don't know who's going to win this fight. Because
that's dangerous.
Because a lot of people say, "Oh, Oshaki is too much for him," but you got to remember, Oshaki got 2 losses. He's not unbeatable. He got 2 losses, and the 2 guys that beat Oshaki, I don't think those 2 guys are better than Shushu. I don't think they're better than Shushu.
Right.
Yeah. Would you?
Oh, yeah, Lamont Roach too. He's another name that's at 130 that will be a good fight for Shop. At 130, I think Lamont. If he fight Oshak, it will come down to who you think is going to give up the game plan first. And I think Lamont Roach will give up his game plan before Oshaki. Oshaki, he looks like a guy that's comfortable. He's been through the fire, and he said, you know what? He's not going to be worried about him losing a round here and there. He's like, man, I'm just going to stick to the game plan. I know eventually I'm a prevail through this fight. I think Lamont Roach and Shushu is a hell of a fight too. I would lean towards Shushu because Lamont Roach, he tends to get hit, and Shushu got some real power. If Shushu hit Lamont, I think he might stop Lamont.
Lord have mercy. Well, I thought this was
he's no, man. It's supposed to be exactly the way that it is. Speaking on Shushu, adding on to D3 for what he just spoke on about his power. Now, I know he's one of my favorite guys. I ain't even want to talk about his power like that. You know, it makes some people out there very scary. I'd rather for him to run into it and they find out then. But yeah, and his power is serious, man. And he can possibly put any one of those dudes on his behind. Now, we know he's up in age a little bit, but he ain't old. He still got time. And, you know how we've been talking about how guys that been moving up closer to their natural weight class. Let me tell y'all something. He go up to anywhere, he's going to be a problem because he's a big puncher. You know what I'm saying? He's a real lengthy, long guy, and he knows how to put the oomph on his punches, and he has a nice ass jab. He's kind of remind me of a Tommy Hearns in a way, man. And he got a nasty disposition, man. He come to hurt you, the evil intentions. He ain't coming to play down or lay down. So I can't wait to see what's next for Shoe York City, as we love to call him. That thing ring bells. That's a good name for him. I kind of like he went into the Mike Tyson impression, and you know how Mike was in this game, and they're serious about it. So yeah, I love to see him with one of those top guys, man.
Yeah, I get super excited when I think about it. But my question probably would be, out of all that, is where does our brother Cool Boy fit into all this?
I don't know. He better try to fit in now. There ain't gonna be no spot for him. You know, don't want to see him just vanish off like that. Go ahead, D3.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, Cool Boy. See the like I said, the problem with Cool Boy is the fact that he doesn't have real big power like that. He's a small individual because Cool Boy, he can still be one of those top guys at 126. I don't know about 130. I think 130 might be a little bit too big for him.
That's what I was
Um,
thinking, D3.
yeah, I think 130 might be a little bit too big for him. But who knows in his later years how he will fill out in the boxing industry. But right now, 126, I think he could be one of those top guys at 126. The problem that he's gonna run into is when he's facing somebody like a Ray Vargas, a Robisi, um, and what's the other guy name? Espinoza. When he faced,
Yeah,
because I don't think I think Joe Cordina will be a good fight with Cool Boy. I think Cool Boy will pull that off. But those three names
right.
that I named, those guys they can punch, and I think Cool Boy might be a better boxer than them. But those
Right.
those those three guys can punch, especially Ray Vargas and Robisi. They can really punch, and I think and like Ray Vargas, he's big. He's like I think he's like 5'8", 5'9". He's another big guy for 126. Um, but
Right.
Ray Vargas. He's old. I think Ray Vargas is in his 30s. He's an older fighter. So
Hmm.
I don't, I don't know if Father Time is gonna come into play if Cool Boy fight against Ray Vargas, but Cool Boy is gonna have to be able to stay away from Ray Vargas' power. Now, Robisi, it will be times where Cool Boy will have moments of that, but he got to also be worried about the power from Robisi because Robisi can punch. Now, Robisi
Yep.
gives up where Robisi have his problems at is in his defense. Robisi defense is not that good. He
Yeah.
relies on his athleticism and his power to get him through the fight. And we saw what happened in his last fight. He was in there with somebody that wasn't worried about the power and was able to capitalize on the lack of defense that Robisi has. So
Right.
that would be Cool Boy's issues facing those guys.
Um, if there was one comeback fight you would want to see him in for Cool Boy, what would be a good comeback fight for him?
I say the rematch with Brandon Figueroa. That's for an interim
Yeah.
title. It will put him
Okay.
right back in the light for a championship.
I forgot. I almost forgot about that fight. Yeah, that would be probably be the one that would do it. I mean, it's so many. Like I said, there's so many talent divisions out of all the ones that we talking about. But that probably would be a good return match for him, though, man. But I just want to see him back soon as possible.
Right.
You know, and I'm hoping, this year would be that year that he'll make a comeback. But you can't force a fighter to come back. You know what I mean? They can only come back when they're
Exactly.
ready. They can only come back when they're ready because a lot of us try to do that. We try to force guys to come back, and we can't do that. We can only hope that he does come back and that he's in the gym because when we don't see guys, we assume that well, I haven't seen any video on him, so I don't think he's been in the gym. And what we fail to realize is that we don't need to see them in the gym all the time to confirm they're in the gym. We don't
Right.
have to do that.
That's
If you
true.
don't live in that if you don't live in that city, or what I'm saying, if you don't have no type of connections with that fighter's people that they can hit you or you can hit them and be like, yeah, he in the gym, but don't say nothing. Don't say nothing about he in the
Right.
gym. We working on something, we cooking on something, but don't say nothing.
Right.
But because y'all don't see fight hype in the gym or Ellie Setback in the gym or Radio Raheem talking to them, you assume they're not doing nothing. And that's not necessarily true. So if you think he's just sitting home eating a bag of Lay's potato chips, no, I'm sure.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm sure he's training. I'm sure he's doing whatever he needs to do to stay in shape. You know what I mean? I doubt if he's letting that loss get to him so bad where it's just like, you know what, I'm
right,
just gonna let myself go. I give up. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
it's not that serious. Hell, I would like to see him come back and revenge that if he could. And if it didn't happen, I'm okay
Yeah,
with it. I'm okay with it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we know dude ain't coming over this way to fight. Dude ain't coming
Exactly.
this way. Dude ain't coming this way. And my man don't need to go back over that way. You know what I mean? Because they move funny
Nope.
on that other side.
Yes,
But
they do.
they move very funny. But yeah, I mean, it's talented. But yo, Free just messed me up though. With that Foster and yo, that hit different.
That'd be mean, man. Judges would
Hey,
be that thing hit like a Philly
hey,
cheesesteak, man. If you had a real one, you know what I mean? Just
he
like
hit me
that,
different
baby.
with that one though, man. He hit me real different with that. Oshaki Foster and Bruce Carrington.
Ew, that's nasty, man. That's nasty. That got nothing but a legendary fight that people can talk about ages written all over it.
That's a tough pill to. Hey, I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
and we just talked about this. D Free just said this to me yesterday when we was talking about I believe D Free said it about because I was saying about every time when they fight at the Garden, it's always in the theater. And I'm like,
Right.
damn, man, when they gonna get them in the big building? And he was like, you gotta build they gotta build their
Got
record.
it.
You take a shoe and you take Oshaki, that ain't a theater fight. That's not a theater fight. You
No.
gotta put that in a big building.
Yeah.
That's gotta go in. I like Shock a lot, but I gotta go with shoot yo late stoppage by round 10. Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I
Ooh.
think that would I think
Ooh.
that would be in the big house by the time
Ooh.
Shusu move up to that division to fight
He
somebody like
said,
a Oshaki. I think Bruce Harrington will be a bigger name by then. He will
so
grown his fan base, especially in New York. Like even with that last fight, the crowd went crazy when Shoo Shoo got the knockout. But by the time he moves up to 130 to fight somebody like a Oshaki, you got to put him in the big house because he's gonna bring a lot of fans to that fight. Now it
what?
might not sell out the arena, but it would still be bigger than 4,000. It would be bigger than
Man,
four
look,
thousand.
man, look. You put him in that building, he gonna bring enough people there. Believe me, you got people that be claiming they from Brooklyn and they not from Brooklyn. He gonna sell it out.
Exactly.
Because when he fight, everybody want to be from Brooklyn. So
Yeah. How about
it's
that?
it'd be killing me. I'm like, yeah, okay, dude, you're Brooklyn while you're in here. When you get out, you're wherever you're from. Cool, got you. But but yeah, I think that would be. I ain't gonna hold you though. I have to have press credentials for that. I gotta be
What?
hey, I gotta have press credentials
Hell
for that.
yeah.
Like I can't be like, nah, I'm not, nah. You gotta let me in the building on that one, man. That's dope. So so when we look at everybody else that we just named, Brandon Figueroa, I almost forgot. I don't even know what's going on with him, but I almost forgot about him. So where does Brandon Figueroa, Roach, all these other guys be talking about? Where do they fit in that? Canes, what's going on? Roach is a bad dude, though.
You talking about
Yeah, bro,
at
nice.
126 and 130?
Yeah, this one. I keep going to these two weight classes instead of me just staying on one because I look at some guys right and I go, eventually you're gonna have to move up, player. So I can't keep trying to like focus on just the one weight class. I look at certain dudes like at 122, and I'm like, your ass look like you need to be at 130. But that's just what I'm saying. But you might need to go to
Right.
126. But when I look at these guys and I go, your next fight or two, man, this is gonna be it for you, and you're gonna have to go up. But when I look at Roach, Roach is right there. Roach to me is right there in the mix of it. He's in the mix of it. I don't know what's next for Roach, but he's in the
He
mix of
nice though.
things.
Gotta watch him. Freaky kid. Gotta watch him. He's right in the mix.
He
Definitely.
in the mix of this.
Hmm.
No, Roach is he's with PBC, right?
Yeah,
I'm
Roach
not
with
sure.
PBC. No,
Yeah.
I believe he is with PBC.
You don't quote
And
me. I'm
this,
not too sure, but I think
I,
he is. I think the
okay, because I
man
know his
mixer.
last fight. I know I'm not tripping. I'm like, I know I seen dude on PBC, but those guys. I mean, it's a lot of bad dudes in them small weight classes, though. That's what's so crazy. And it's
Right.
actually more to talk about at them weight classes because there's fights that you know that could probably happen for sure versus talking about fights that we already know. It's like we know that ain't happening, so why we even entertaining that shit?
Exactly.
But you got a better chance of seeing these dudes at these smaller weight classes. I thought Roach was a free agent now. I don't know, Josh. I didn't. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody's becoming a free agent though. Like this shit is worse than the
Ain't
NBA.
that something?
Yo, this shit is worse than the NBA. Like when have you heard free agent be thrown around so much in boxing?
Well, I mean, you never heard free agency like that in the sport of boxing because back in the early '80s and in the '90s, it was Don King top rank. They had all the fighters,
Hmm.
and then Golden Boy came out, and Golden Boy signed a lot of those fighters when they left Don King and top rank. And so you got free agency now because some of those guys that didn't sign up with Golden Boy or left Golden Boy, and some of those guys that left top rank, those guys that didn't sign with PBC or the Zone, they signed with Showtime. And now that Showtime is not in business anymore, a lot of those guys became free agents because Showtime is no longer around. So Showtime is not a promotional company. They were just signing people to their platform. They were only
Right.
fighting on their platform. They was under the PBC umbrella, but they wasn't a PBC fighter, and they was only under the umbrella because all the PBC fighters was fighting on Showtime.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they go this is almost like wrestling with this damn boxing. It's like they gonna start. You remember how wrestling they had SmackDown and Raw, and they would do a draft to see who was gonna end up on SmackDown and who was gonna end up on Raw. It's like, yeah, y'all might as
Yeah.
well go ahead and do that with boxing. Like, damn, we got
Hmm.
free agents now. Like, this shit is crazy, man. Like, I don't get it, bruh. And then fighters don't know where they want to go, where they want to stay. I want to be matchroom, then I want to go to top rank. But if it don't work at top rank, I'm gonna go back to matchroom, and then maybe I'll go over there to PBC. And if that don't work, then hell, I go back up north, and I'm gonna go right to top rank. Shit is
And another
crazy.
thing is, some of these guys are free agents because they don't want to sign with Top Rank because they see how Top Rank do guys when they get to a certain level, and so they don't want to sign to Top Rank. But then again, a lot of these guys are not real big names or big sellers like that. So the promotional company is not looking to get them in a long term deal. They might do a fight by fight basis, but they're not
Yeah,
looking to put them in a long term deal. The only ones that really put them in long term deals like that, with them not being a big name, is somebody like Top Rank or every once in a while, DeJohn to grab one of these young guys that doesn't have a big name and put them in a long term contract. But when you sign up with DeJohn, you fighting a lot of those guys who's overseas. So those guys like, man, I'm not trying to fight all these people overseas. I want to fight in the states. So a lot of guys tend to fall by the wayside because the big promotional companies are not looking to sign them because they're not a big draw.
Right. Right.
Man, business of boxing is it's crazy. That is
It should
crazy,
be
man.
booming.
Yeah,
Should
should
be
be, but
booming.
yo, this is why I be taking my steps and taking my time on learning the business, man. Cause just when you think you know something or you caught something and something walked past you or you walk past it and now you like, oh shit, I didn't know. I didn't
Correct.
know. And nobody told me. Well, sometimes the sign is right there. You just happen to walk past it. You gotta know all this about how the business work, and the business is crazy, man. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's so much to learn about it. Where it's like you don't even want to take the time or the patience to even learn it. But you can't be in it and be. You know, you can't be in it just to be in it, but then don't want to learn it. So that's why I
Hmm.
ask myself sometimes, like, "Whoa, you sure you really want to be a part of all this?" But I have to convince myself, yeah, you do. Well, yeah, you do want to be a part of it. This is what you love to do. It's not that bad once you learn what it is that you need to learn. But
Right.
you always are gonna make room to learn new things. It's no such thing as you just knowing everything and that's it. And can't nobody tell you nothing. Jay Gibson, what's going on? Yo, who we got rocking this week though? Who we got fighting this week?
Uh, I don't know. Is this week is the week? Oh, we got Belinga. Belinga coming up this week.
Belinga fight
Ah,
this week. Right. Yeah.
ah.
Edward Belinga fights this week. Yeah.
Edgar Berlenga. Yeah, I forgot. That's right. I don't know if
I
I'll
I think that
I don't
this is
know if
his
I
first.
checked that one.
I think this is his first fight on the zone. I think this might be his first fight on the
No,
zone.
he fought on the zone last year.
He did.
Yeah, June 24th he
Okay.
fought.
Let me
Uh
see who. Let me see who else is fighting this week. This year. I mean,
yeah,
this week.
yeah.
'Cause
But I don't know because after the card we had Friday, I don't know if any other card gonna top that. They gonna have to show us something. They gonna have to show us something, man. Your man Shu went out there and knocked the dude head off damn near to the Empire State Building. It's crazy, man. they they go, they gonna have to show us something, man. Straight up. We could because we were kind of mad the week before, but the week before we didn't have too much to be mad at because Keyshawn and Abdullah Mason went out and did their thing. They went out and did their thing. That's another one right there, boy. That boy.
Oh, the amazing,
oh
the
yeah,
amazing one, the
yeah. We got
amazing one, Abdullah. Nah, that motherfucker nasty, man.
yeah,
He
yeah.
nasty.
We got Berlanga that's fighting. We got Andy Cruz back in the ring again. Uh, and that's it for the notable names for this
Right.
upcoming week. Far as notable names, I mean, it's a lot of fights on ESPN Saturday, and I don't know if and DAZN got a lot of fights as well. Like I said, DAZN got Berlanga, Andy Cruz, Vargas. Which Vargas is this one? This is this. It doesn't say his first name. They fight. It's in New York. It's in New York. So, oh no, I'm sorry. It's not in New York. It's the time is in New York. They fighting. I don't know where they're fighting at, but I'm trying to figure out which Vargas is this.
Yeah, which
Oh,
which yeah.
Antonio Vargas. Antonio Vargas.
It's
Okay,
Antonio. I was
Antonio.
about to say it's Antonio. Yeah,
Yeah, Antonio Vargas
Antonio
is.
fights.
So those about the notable,
Speaking of
only
it,
notable
speaking of,
names.
wait a minute, correct me. Do which one of the Russells are at the small weight class?
It's Antonio. That's it.
Antonio,
He's
And,
what again?
yeah, Antonio is at 120,
118.
122. I think he's at 122. It might
Yeah,
be 118.
Oh, hey, listen, we were just talking about these weight classes. That's another one right there. That dude right there. Boy, keep your eyes open on him.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
AD
don't
free.
know
If
if this
I'm not
dude.
mistaken,
Huh?
I'm not. If I'm not mistaken, I think he went. Your cousin went up to 122. After that last fight, I think he went up to 122. I think that's where he at now. That'll be
Oh,
good for him. I think that works better for his height.
yeah, he might have went up. The only thing is I haven't heard much from Antonio. Like I haven't seen him or heard from him. Is like Antoine is the one that's been the busy out of the three. He's been the busiest out of the three. I haven't heard anything from Antonio.
Right. We need. I'm not going to say I want, but we need my man Antoine, Mister Come a bust your goddamn, Mister Come a bust your ass. That's what I call him, man. He got to get action packed, and he can rumble, man. And he's going to beat up some of them top dudes at 40. I'm trying to tell him. That's why certain people won't say that name. They talk that ish. But when it's time for me to drop that ish on y'all, I will. You know, I ain't giving up no promo. You know, but there's a certain fighter that's supposed to be bad and want to inhale all the chimney smoke. You don't want to go inhaling none of that smoke in that chimney. I'm just saying. Saying.
Yeah, Antoine. He said he wanted the Matias fight. I haven't heard too much about it. He wanted that Matias fight, but Matias ended up going over to the zone, so I don't know if he's going to get it now.
Man, look,
I know I want to see y'all. D3, you know who I want to see Antoine get in there with, but that boy don't want no parts of that. They ever fight? Let y'all know right there.
Yeah,
if that boy Haynes, if Haynes underwear ever get in there, my man Antoine, bring me your money now. I ain't even got to stick nobody up for it. He gonna whoop. They know what they doing. I like the kid. Don't get me wrong, but I know he got an ass whipping that he can get. I'm trying to tell you, the boy can box, but if you put him there with a fighter that does nothing, they do more fighting than man. Listen, they gonna put something on him.
Right. I think he's right there in line to fight Devin Haney. Like he's right. He's right behind Richardson Hitch. He's right behind him. Because right now it's Shandor Martin is the number one contender. Richardson Hitchens is right behind him, and I think
it's Antoine.
Antoine is like number 3 or number 4. He's right in line to get the fight with Devin Haney.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying people be talking. People be talking. I ain't heard nobody. And anybody that's claiming to be the baddest man at that weight class ain't calling that man now.
Hey, it's quiet. It's quiet.
Yeah.
You say it's quiet.
Yeah. Say his name like. Look in the mirror and say.
I would love to see Antoine in there with Tio.
Yeah, man, he gonna make that boy close. That's the first person I want him to smash.
I think his next opponent is gonna be very questionable. For real.
Antoine's?
No, Tio.
No. Tio. Yeah, they're gonna put him in. They're gonna put him in with you know. They can't give me no more goddamn Willy Wonka gift card. They didn't ran out. His coupons they ran out. So you know.
I don't know what to expect in his next fight, so I'm not even going to be super excited about it. It's going to be like, damn. He said, damn, it's smoke at 1. Oh, it's a lot of smoke at 40, Gibson.
Man,
yes, sir.
40 is one of my favorite weight classes, man. There's some fire over there, dog. Shit. Now, who won it?
Listen,
we know.
When you start looking at these dudes, even in the weight classes I mentioned, but even in the higher ones, when you start looking, it's smoke out here. But the problem is, it's like everybody's walking outside, right? You know how you walk outside and you try to avoid somebody. You don't really want no problem with them, but you want a problem with the guy that ain't really paying attention to you. But the guy that is paying attention to you, you don't want no smoke with him. Like, it's crazy. It's plenty. Like, I'm telling you, man, this year should be a year where it's like we don't have to have no worries. Everybody should be outside. Everybody. All that, it's too soon for him to fight. because he only got 10 fights. If that boy want to go drown, if he want to go swimming deep at the deep end of the pool, let his ass go. Let him go.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Let him go. We can't be sheltering these fighters no more. Nah, man, give him about 10, 20 more fights. Hell no, man. Let him go.
Nope.
Let him go.
Yeah.
Let him go. And if he get whooped, I respect him because people go, well, then you're gonna tarnish his career because if he's 10-1, what are you gonna say then? Hey, good job, young fella. Good job, young fella. I ain't mad at him.
Exactly.
One loss does not define you. Hey, shit. You get that one loss, at least you got it early in your career. You learn from it. You learn from it. You learn from it. Because if he gets that one loss after having 25 fights, the first thing y'all gonna say is, well, maybe he wasn't as good as we thought he was. Like, come on, man. Let him fight, man.
Yeah.
All this protecting and babying. Let him fight. I'm tired of that shit. Dave, like whoever, Dave Morrell, whoever we keep talking about, this person ain't ready for this person, that person ain't ready. Man, damn all that. Let them all fight. If it was up to me, I would treat this sport like wrestling. If it was up to me, I'd throw all the asses in the ring and make it a Royal Rumble if it was up to me.
Man, I have a Royal Rumble every other weekend.
Bro,
we gonna get down to the nitty gritty of this weight class. Every other fucking weekend is a tournament. Yeah.
Hey,
you don't get this tournament, get your ass out the weight class.
We be having hell in the cell matches in boxing.
Boy, they let me run it, boy. They be like, but goddamn. Or they gonna catch a break? No, they ain't gonna catch no damn break. Let's get at it. We tired of footing around.
Come on now, what we doing, baby? Let's fight, man.
Back in the days, them dudes rumble. They ain't mind getting in there. Oh, I just knocked this dude out. I can fight tomorrow. Oh yeah, I can have another fight today. Yeah, let me go get this little bit of money right here. You know,
it's too much time. It's too much time being spent on social media. It's too much time, baby. Let's talking. Let's sign some contracts. Let's come together and see if your people can hook up my people, your lawyer talking to mine, whatever. Let's see what we can do to make an agreement. Let's try to come to, you know what I mean? And people don't realize that when they do that, it's not just about me and you making a fight, but we're about to help feed each other's families.
Yeah,
that's the most important thing, is to come to feed each other's family. All these dudes out here to my man, he ain't my friend, he ain't this. I don't like him. I don't like you. That gives me even a more reason to fight you. Like, I don't be understanding that, man. I don't get it. But hey, what do we know over here? Say like my man Showtime Sauce says. Shout out to my brother Showtime Sauce. Hey, what do we know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do know this. The walls are closing in for certain fighters.
Yeah.
The walls are closing.
Yeah.
Now there are some fighters that have favoritism where they can constantly get away with shit. They can constantly get away with shit and they don't have to worry about nothing. But there's certain fighters, the walls are closing in. And even for the ones who's getting favoritism, after a while, that's going to end. Like Canelo, how long are we going to keep playing this? And I hate to talk about him, but he just came up in my mind because we're speaking about this. How long are we going to keep playing this game with you, bro? How long? How long are y'all going to keep riding that he's the best in the business and he can do whatever it is that he want to do? He could avoid Benavidez. He could avoid David Morrell. He don't have to do nothing but keep fighting piece of delivery and cab driver dudes. Who told y'all that? Who told y'all that? Y'all got this game twisted. Y'all got this game twisted. I don't know if y'all started watching boxing in 85 or you started watching it in 2015. I don't know who told y'all that. But that's not how that works. So scared to see young man take an ass whipping.
How about that?
That's crazy, man.
Like,
If that's crazy. Y'all do anything to protect that man. Or you'll do anything to protect your favorite fighter. Much as I love Boots, Spence, and all these other guys, listen, if you get in there and you beat their ass or you take their old from them, cool. When it happened to Spence, it broke my heart. But at the end of the day, this is what they signed up for. Because if
exactly.
him and Bud weren't gonna fight, I didn't want to hear no more about them. I was already frustrated with them. So if they weren't gonna fight, I wasn't gonna hear it. But when the fight was finally here, I said, "Let's go. We got two of the best in the world. Let's go." And when he lost, I said, "Okay, the better man won." We wouldn't have known what would have happened if they would have never fought. And that's what we need these guys to do, man. Stop talking all this shit on social media. Stop talking all this shit in front of the press. Let's do more signing contracts. Let's talk it. And if we go and talk, let's put some of that talk into trying to make the fight happen. But if we ain't gonna do that, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't understand it. So for me, I'm just tired of it. This year is the year where it's like, let's shut up, and let's fight. It's that simple. No,
Yeah,
let's not spar. I don't want to. In these sparrings, I don't want to hear no more about that. Yo, yeah, we spar. No, fuck sparring. Let's
Yeah,
fight.
I don't give a damn about no sparring session, man.
I hate that, man, because they don't do nothing but take the video and link it out any damn way.
Yeah, I don't want to rumble. I don't want to hear none of that. But I
Yeah,
did this to him. I did this to him. Can you do that in the ring? I don't want to hear that. I want to
like
hear that.
yeah,
Yeah, I whipped his ass in sparring. Now I can
yeah,
whoop your ass right now. You know what I mean? Then go tell somebody I whipped his ass. Just come on,
yeah,
man. I
yeah.
ain't trying to hear that,
I,
man.
I keep telling these people that like, oh, he did this in sparring, he did that. I said, yeah, a lot of guys are sparring partners for a reason. They're gonna give you good work, but when you take that headgear off and you take those daggone those lighter gloves on, it ain't the same no more because now you getting hit to the head and you getting hit by lesser weight gloves. Like those 16-ounce gloves ain't the same as those 10-ounce and those 8-ounce gloves. You got a lot of panning in them 16-ounce gloves. So the guys is a little more braver when they got the headgear on. They got them heavier gloves. They're a little more braver. Well, I know he can't hurt me. I got on headgear. He got 16-ounce gloves. Unless he a big puncher, he ain't gonna hurt me like that. But when you take that off, oh, it's different now.
yeah, yeah,
Whole
yeah.
different ball game, baby.
Dixon, practice. You talking about practice?
Right?
Not a game. Practice? Not a game.
Practice.
Practice. Y'all be bragging about what y'all did in practice. Not a real fight. I cracked that boy 3 times and had him. Okay, that was
And
practice. Because that's exactly what sparring is.
that's all it is, like a game of
Practice.
roughhouse. That's it. That's
Like,
it,
Jesus
player.
Christ. So when did we start getting belts or getting paid for practice?
Right.
Yeah, man. I'm listen.
That's
Hey,
why
look,
a
man.
lot of a
We
lot
got
of
to get.
a lot of people keep bringing up the Devin Haney and Tank Davis sparring. I said, dog, okay. First of all, they had 16-ounce gloves on. They had headgear on, and according to all reports, Devin Haney got cracked in that joint. He got cracked. But at the same time, they were like, well, he made him quit. Which fight? Let me know because maybe I missed it. I've been watching fight for about 30 years. Maybe I missed it, but let me know which fight did y'all say that y'all seen where those guys just went for broke? You fight until somebody quit or stop.
and the referee, there was no bell, it was no referee or nothing. You just swung until somebody quit or stopped. Let me know which fight that was because I might have missed it. Because I last time I checked, you get 3 minutes, you fight, there's a referee, and then they ring the bell, you go back to your corner, you reset and start it all over again. I didn't know that you just go for broke for until somebody drop or somebody quit. I didn't know that they did that in real boxing.
Listen. Like I told you, I don't know where these dudes come from, free. I don't know what year they started watching boxing. I swear, I feel like they started watching it in 2015. Just the stuff that comes out of their mouth, I'm like, what?
They're like, oh, the Devin Haney made it quick. Yeah, he might had enough. He might have more stamina than Tank Davis. That fight with Tank Davis said, you know what, man, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not even gonna keep going because you was going until somebody stopped or somebody dropped. You just kept going. So Tank Davis said, you know what, I'm done. And he was like, oh, he made Tank Davis quit. So that was how many rounds and how much did Tank how many times have they fought prior to that? Y'all didn't talk about the first fight when Tank whooped his ass in the first one. Y'all want to bring up the time when Tank Davis said, you know what, I'm done. I'm good. I had enough. I'm good. But that's what y'all want to go on. But like I said, I never seen a fight where they can just go until somebody stop or quit. I mean, maybe I missed it. So let me know.
Yeah, maybe I missed it too.
Yeah.
If somebody get the footage, let me know. But I don't know, man. It's a lot of shit that needs to change with this game, man. You know, it's a lot that needs to, man. But it starts with the guys that cover boxing. You know what I mean? These podcasters, man. I'm gonna need y'all to just like, I'm gonna
They
need
need to
y'all help.
chill, my
Y'all
man.
need to chill, man. Just chill. I'm like what you call it in Do the Right Thing, Samuel Jackson. Chill. Everybody
Yeah.
chill. Cool that shit out. For real. Cool it out. Just chill. Chill, man. Y'all out here pushing false information.
Yeah. All that
Thinking
bullcrap.
that nobody gonna know that you pushing false information. Yeah, well, they said that this fight's gonna happen. No, it's not. And my thing is, with me, Crush, I get on my phone alerts. Any fight that's about to happen, before anybody bothers to go out their way to go put it up and say this is happening, I get alerts about it. Not saying I'm the only one that gets that, but anybody that knows, like if you following Top Rank or Matchroom or PBC, you're gonna get it. You'll get alert and all that. You know what I mean? I get it in the email, anything. So certain things that people say, I'm like, okay, who they think they talking to?
Right.
Where you got that from? And the first thing they do is, and D Free can you and D Free know this. Well, I mean, sources says Mike Coppinger. I go, whoa, okay, all right, whatever you say. If I don't get an alert, man, I ain't trying to hear it.
Exactly.
Because then we get super excited, and then we take every little thing that we hear and make a story out of it. Or we gotta make some type of conversation out of it because it's boxing. Steady us just saying, you know what, we mean we until we know that's true, we not touching that. We're not touching that. We'll let everybody else have that. We not touching that. We're gonna just stay doing what we doing. What do? We touch it. We touch it anyway. Nah, man, let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, there's nothing to talk about. But what if it happened? Well, then let's worry about when that happens. We'll worry about that when we cross that bridge. Never happens for us
Yep.
though. Never happens. And then when it don't happen, we'll all get mad at somebody and be like, Man, I didn't want to talk about it. You was the one that wanted to talk about it. No, you were the one that wanted to talk about it. Matter of fact, that just happened with you the other night, D Free, didn't it? That happened with D Free though.
He
Right.
did.
Marky Dan last night. He told me something. I wasn't talking about Monster Anyway fighting Tank David. Yes, you was. Yes, you
See
was.
what?
I
I
was the
was
one
over
that
there
said.
crying.
I was the one that said y'all better stop trying to move that boy up there to fight that Tank Davis. Tank Davis is too big for him. Y'all was the one talking about something. Oh yeah, that would be a good fight. Y'all Tank ain't never fight nobody with the power of Monster Anyway. Nigga, what? I'm like, okay. I didn't say that. Yes, you did, though. There's multiple lives where you was talking about it. Yeah, I mean, once that's see what people fail to realize is I sit back and I hear everything y'all say. I hear everything. And I just say I wait for the moment to say, so wasn't this you that said this? I wait for that moment. That's my favorite moment. When I got you. When I got you going back on what you said originally. That's why I say y'all so quick to jump out there and say, hey, this fight here or this guy there. Nah. Let the fight happen. When it happens, then you can say, okay, now let's talk about it, whether it's going to be a good fight or a bad fight. Because everybody that was saying, Tank Davis is going to fight Pitbull Cruz. I know that's who he fighting next. That's the type of fighter Tank Davis is fighting. Now that we see Pitbull Cruz is fighting Rolly Romero, where those people had to say, well, I was wrong. Tank ain't fighting him. Because I was the one that said, Tank said he wasn't going to fight the guy. Tank said, I'm not fighting him. I don't remember the last time that Tank Davis said, I'm not fighting this guy, and he went in there and fought him. I don't remember when he did that. Last time I checked, he's never done that. You never heard Tank Davis say, I'm not fighting this guy, and then turn around and fight him. I never seen it. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he did it before. Y'all let me know. I don't recall him ever doing it. So
I don't need it.
I don't know. I keep telling everybody, Tank Davis is the one making his fight. Oh no, he working with Floyd and Leonard Ellaby and this one, and then Leonard Ellaby come out and said, no, Tank Davis is his own man. We talk to him, but Tank Davis is his own man. He makes his own decision. He is no longer with money team. Oh, I guess Tank. Where's the lie where you say, you know what, I'm wrong? Tank is his own promoter. He's not with Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather anymore. Where those lives at? Because everybody keeps saying, oh, he's still working with Floyd and Leonard Ellaby. No, he still have a relationship with them, but he is not still working with them. If you go look at the Hector Luis Garcia fight, and when you pull it up on BoxRec, and you go to a boxing event, and then you look at the promoter, Money Team is not on there. Money Team is not on there. You look at the Ryan Garcia fight, Money Team is on there because that was a fight they had already put in motion to have. And they said if that fight was to happen, they wanted to be a part of it. That's the reason why they was on the Ryan Garcia fight. But the Hector Luis Garcia, there was no part of that. Well, they were like, well, he wasn't part of the Money Team. So he wasn't a part of the Money Team to fight before Ryan, but he's part of the Money Team with Ryan. I didn't know he signed a one-fight deal with the Money Team. Last time I checked, he said he is no longer with the Money Team. But like I said, y'all gotta stick to what y'all believe and say, you know what, I was wrong. Don't say, oh no, that's what they said. No, it ain't what they said. It's what you said. I'm going by what you say, not what they said. What you said.
Yeah, hold on.
Boy, get your butt out the bathroom.
Yeah, like I said, man, people take something and want to make an argument out of it. I'm know me. I ain't with all that shit, man. Cause I'm here to learn. That's all I be trying to do. But it is what it is. But all that y'all keep putting in a way and Tank together, stop doing that because that shit sounds stupid.
Yeah, dumbass boxing fan.
Stop doing that.
Dumb
Y'all the type of idiots that will be like, I want to see Manny Pacquiao come back and fight Jerome Bruce Ennis. That's the type of idiots y'all are.
Oh, they'll say something like, "No, we want to see Manny fight Tyson Fury or some more bullshit."
Like,
It's
stop.
nonsense like that.
We gonna stop calling y'all casuals because casuals is not. We can't even call y'all that. I don't know what to call y'all.
Imbeciles.
Because after a while, we can't keep using casuals for you. We got to come up with something else for y'all.
Right.
I don't know what to call y'all. Casuals, I'm gonna stop calling y'all, man. I'm gonna just call y'all a bunch of y'all lost in the sauce. That's what I'm gonna call you. Cause you know nothing. You're making things more confusing than what it is, and we're in this space right now where boxing is looking good, as far as what we're getting, but there's still pieces of the puzzle that's missing. So in order for us to get these fights that we want, we might not get them when we want them. But in order for us to get the fights that we want, everybody got to be on the same page. I don't care how much you want to argue, how much you want to disagree, how much you think you know. That's the only way. It's the only way. But when we start saying, no, man, that guy it ain't that guy time, man, and that guy ain't did nothing. Me and D Free talk about this. Man, me and D Free was talking about this every day from Monday to Friday. How dudes just got to stop telling dudes what they ain't ready for. It ain't their time. Why not? Why not? Why is it not that man's time? You got to explain to me. Why is it not that man's time? Like, make it make sense. How many times are we going to keep telling Jerome Bruce Ennis it's not his time?
I'm tired of hearing that. That man about to have 32 fights. Y'all still saying he's not ready yet. I keep telling y'all that they had that argument with me the other day. They was like, David Benavidez, he hasn't done nothing to fight Canelo Alvarez. And somebody was in the chat was like, y'all tell me when David Benavidez has fought a legend. When has he fought? He was like, when has he fought a legend? I said, let me know who's the legend in and around his weight class. They were like Canelo Alvarez. I said, oh, okay, so he hasn't fought a legend because the legend ain't trying to fight him. If y'all said that's who the legend is, y'all keep saying, oh, he hasn't been in a big fight. When can he get a big fight if y'all not trying to put him in a big fight?
Can you turn on A for Allie for her?
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah,
they'll never
true.
understand.
You can't say that this guy never fought a big fight if you never put him in a big fight. You can't say that. You can't have it both ways. Either he didn't look good in a big fight, or he hasn't fought in a big fight. It's one of the two. Either he hasn't fought in a big fight. Yeah, he hasn't fought one. Y'all ain't putting him in there. He hasn't fought one. Now, if y'all want to say he hasn't looked good in a big fight, okay. He had a big fight and he didn't look good. Okay. It's only one of the two can happen.
How could you say at the same time that I haven't done anything when you don't want to see me do anything? You don't want to see me do anything. I'm trying to get the shot. I need it, but you telling me I haven't done anything. Okay, well, goddamn. When I go do something, you still telling me.
Yeah, like these guys can't fight a champion until he get in the ring with a champion. You're gonna say, oh, he hasn't fought a champion. What champion has he been in the ring with for him to fight a champion? Which champion say, you know what, I'll fight Jerome Bruce in it, and Jerome Bruce in it say, no, you know what, I'm not ready for that fight. Y'all let me know which fight that happened. You can't fight a champion if he can't get in the ring with a champion. If there's all these champions in his weight class, nobody want to fight him. And y'all say, oh, he hasn't fought a champion. They don't want to fight him. Of course he didn't. He hasn't got a chance to fight a champion.
I don't get that. And that's crazy. It's crazy. And when I hear it, it just pisses me off because I go, y'all not being fair because y'all wouldn't do that with y'all fighter. Y'all wouldn't do that with y'all fighter. Straight up, y'all wouldn't do that. Y'all be sitting here crying when your fighter don't get a shot.
Exactly.
They want to run down
Yep.
the whole resume. They want to tell you everybody that they fighter beat, and my fighter beat this guy. Your fighter beat a bunch of circus clowns and
Like
pizza delivery dudes.
I didn't hear none of that when it was time for Devin Haney to get his shot at Loma. They didn't say Devin Haney hasn't been in a big fight. They didn't say none of that. They was like, no, Devin
Nope.
Haney, he's supposed to be getting a shot with Loma. Loma took the franchise belt and didn't want to give him a shot.
Yeah.
I ain't heard nothing about he hasn't been in a big fight yet. I ain't heard none of that.
No. But what's so sad is this is why I say in the next year or two, and boxing's already the way it is now, the way it's set up now, it's already messed up with these fans and how it's going. Psh, man, let me tell you, in a minute we all gonna have our own promotional damn companies.
That's what I'm saying. That's the goddamn plan, man.
We gonna end up having our own promotional companies. I don't know about y'all though, but shit, I'm trying to get No Duck Zone sanctioned.
Hell yeah.
Dead
Hell yeah.
serious. I'm trying to get it
That's
sanctioned.
what we
I'm not just trying to keep it as a brand and a logo. I'm trying to get this shit sanctioned. Like, nah,
Hell
I get
yeah.
that. Because what are we putting all this hard? I mean, everybody might not be built to do that, and I get it. I understand that. You know what I mean? But I look at it like, look, man, shit, I got to do something with this because this is crazy. This is crazy, man. And I'm like, things got to change, or something's got to give, man. But all y'all out there that's protecting y'all fighter, man, stop, man. Stop protecting your fighter, man. Let that dude fight, man. Let him fight. Stop protecting them and stop telling people, or stop telling me, or D Free, or Crush that this fighter ain't ready and that guy ain't ready, man. Your dude might not be ready. You trying to make sure that
Yeah.
whoever we like, whoever our fighter is, don't whoop your fighter's ass. That's what you're doing.
Yep.
You don't want to see that happen. You don't want to see it happen, and that's sad because I never remember boxing ever being like that. I never remember boxing being like that. That's why I kind of miss when
No.
Don King was around. I kind of miss it. When I start thinking about 20 or 30 years, I go back and I start thinking, man, I'm like, damn, man, boxing was so dope. And it's not bad today. It's just that it's just a few things that need to be cleaned up. It's not bad.
Right.
It's just a few things. It's a few areas that need to be, they need to be cleaned up. That's all. But we have to just make the best out of it. That's all we do.
Hell yeah.
We're making the best out of it. We're not sitting up here complaining. This is not a video where we're up here, they're up here complaining, they're up there whining, and that's not us. We just speaking facts, and we speaking the truth that, of course, everybody says they want to see the best fight the best, but a lot of y'all don't want to see the best fight the best. Oh, you do want to see the best versus the best, long as your fighter's not involved. Why my guy got to fight him?
Right.
Why can't he go fight this guy and go fight that guy? Leave my guy alone.
Yep,
What?
that's what they say.
What? Why? What's wrong with you? Why my guy got to fight? Why my guy just can't go down 42nd Street and go fight the guy who's selling the hot dogs? Why can't he fight him? Like, that's crazy.
Right, how about
man.
that?
That's crazy. And after that, he can go fight the pizza guy. So you gonna fight all these dudes, or he can go fight the dishwasher. It's crazy, man. Hey, but that's fans for you though. That's so-called fans for you. The ones that sit up here, Crush, and want to argue all day. Try to convince you as much that they know boxing. And they know what's best for their fighter.
They don't even know what's best for them. How they gonna know what's best for their damn fighter? They don't even know what's
I'm like,
best for
that's not.
their
I'm
ass.
like, number one, you just like the fighter. That's not your damn fighter. You don't work in his camp. You don't train him. like, like,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like these dudes, man. So when I listen to some of these arguments and these conversations, when I'm on these, channels sometime, and I go, because I try to learn from everybody. That's the whole point of us, and that's another thing why we all have channels. It's not to outshine anybody, but it is where we all could go and learn from each other. But there's certain ones you go to and you go, okay, I thought I was going to come over here and learn something. All I learned how to do was argue and curse and scream.
Yeah.
That's all I learned. And that's not going to help you with anything. You know what I mean? So that's why listening to you, listening to D Free, listening to Five, and a lot of other people I mess with out there. Shouts to my brother Four Corners, my brother Maniac, AG Corner Boxing. I like to listen to a lot of other brothers, and I get their knowledge, and I go, you know what? I like it because it helps me, and it helps me understand the game even more because we all can learn from each other. It doesn't matter who's been on YouTube longer or not. So I always like
Right.
to sit back and learn from my brothers. You know what I mean? And I look at the next person who's coming in behind me saying, "Hey, I'm next up." I'm getting ready to have me a YouTube channel. And I'm like, you know what? Even though I was in this before him, I might learn something from him. He might
Exactly.
be able to, he might be able to hit me with something that I might have not known, or it could just help me. It can help me better myself, man. You know what I'm saying? But far as us just up here with the wolfing and beefing and being crazy, man, I'm not with none of that, bro. I'm not with none of that, man. I'm just a dude that's just trying to get no Doug Zone sanction and take it to another level, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's enough money out here for all of us, man. I don't think people understand that, Free or Crush. I don't think they
Yeah.
understand this enough. I don't think people understand there's enough money out here for us in this boxing.
No, they don't. Yeah, it is.
Rather if we were selling merch or we was getting it off the YouTube or however we were getting it, it's enough money. It's enough money out here for us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm thinking about something as I'm talking to you right now. I can't say it because if I say it here, people take ideas.
Right.
I'm gonna text you and D Free something. And we're gonna try this. I think we did this before. I think this was done before, but the way I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be a little different. But I'm gonna text y'all and I want to see what y'all think of the idea. If it's a good idea, y'all let me know. If it's a bad idea, y'all go, nah, see, man, Ruffin, I don't know about that. But I'm gonna send it to y'all of what it is that I'm thinking about doing. And I
Okay.
guarantee when I think
All
about
right.
doing this, a lot of people are gonna participate in it. Watch the chaos that erupts when I do this.
Right.
Because it's not gonna be nothing where you're gonna look at it and you go, nah, I don't want to do that. I already know for sure it's a great idea. It's
What's going?
something that's just going to change, and
What's,
it's not gonna be a 1 day thing. We're gonna have to do is it's probably gonna end up being every week. Nah, you know what? I don't know if I want to see D Free every week, so no, let's change that. Probably just do it for 1 day. I don't know if I want to see Quee, sis, what's up? Hashtag Quee
What's
did
up,
it.
wait?
Yeah, but it's gonna be something that we gonna do that's gonna make it fun. Like Crush, I was saying, telling D Free, we're gonna get back to having fun on here. I know we have fun on Thursdays all the time with Quee. Thank God for thank God for our sister Quee because she brings different type of vibe on Thursdays that we need. Especially as men, we have a
Yeah.
place to go to laugh and be ourselves without worrying about I gotta curse another black man out, I gotta curse a woman out, I gotta call out her name and or I gotta call you out my name. We got a place where we can go and we can enjoy ourselves. So and I wish I could see more of Quee, you know, besides just Thursdays, but I understand why. She has a lot of other things going on and it's like you don't have time for this nonsense. But I definitely appreciate her. You know what I mean? Let you know, Quee, we appreciate you. Nobody else tells you. We're telling you, we love you and we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I will appreciate that when I get down to Texas, you have my T-bone steak. I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. But yeah, man. So but 122, 126, 130 is interesting, and I'm more interested in seeing what's gonna take place this year.
Especially for Cool Boy. Yeah, definitely for Cool
Yeah,
Boy. And for the rest of the year.
plenty of rest. My Thursday show. Yeah, I know you making you. That's as you should, Quee, because them Thursday shows take a turn for the worse. Going to your show on the Thursday is like walking into a club. You don't know what the fuck gonna happen. You walking into a club, you don't know what's about to happen. Like anything can happen. You don't know, but it's all good. Yeah, but especially for Cool Boy, and not just for Cool Boy, but and I know we always talk about in-house fights, and we always talk about different sides of the streets and shit and all that. But I don't really
Right.
be caring about that different sides of the street shit. I can care less about that. But as far as fights that we know that could get made, that if it's a possibility, a Bruce Carrington and a Oshaki Foster, if that could happen,
Oh man, that's decent.
let me ask y'all, what do y'all think? Even though he lost, but he still put up a damn good fight. Where did
Nova?
we see? Where
Nova?
did we see Nova? Where did we still see Nova?
I, I like to see Nova go up another 5 pounds, man.
Um, I don't know. I mean, like Nova, he looked good in the fight. He looked good in the fight. Oshaki Foster
Yeah.
was just a better boxer. I didn't see nothing that I didn't expect to
Look
happen.
bad about Nova fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think Supernova can make some noise at 130. I think he can be a champion at 130. I just think Oshaki Foster was the better fighter. That's all it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
Yep,
bad
that's
fight
But
at
it.
all.
do y'all think his gas tank played the role? Because after a while, Nova started to slow down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. It did. It plays a role in everybody fight. If one fighter start to slow down and the other fighter is still kind of moving the fight, it's going to play a role in every fight. But like I said, I think Oshaki was the better fighter. I had Oshaki winning by 3 rounds either way, and then when he got the knockdown, it just widened the margin. But
Yeah. As far as I'm
I,
concerned too, yep.
yeah, I don't think I think if it was somebody else at 130, like if that was Ray Vargas or that was daggone Chris Colbert or something like that, I think Supernova probably would have won that fight.
He would have knocked Chris Cole the F out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Nova. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back. He's definitely a tough competitor, and
Hell yeah, I like Supernova, man.
yeah, I like him. I like him, and I'm definitely looking forward to him coming back, and hopefully he'll be back before the year is up. But all those guys are talented. They all are talented in their own way. All of them,
Yeah.
every single last one of them, and we just got to see what kind of year we're gonna run into, man. We just don't know. We don't know what they got stored for us. We can only hope the best. But I tell you what, out of everybody we talked about, the main reason why we came together today is because we want to see our boy Scooter back.
Yeah.
We want you back, Scooter. Listen, Scooter. Hey, anybody? Because I connected this right here to Instagram, so I should have my Instagram people watching, right? Hey, anybody seen Scooter out in Philly? Tell him we want him back. We want him back. We want to see him back in, man.
Right.
We miss him. We miss him. You know what I mean? I sit back right now and find myself watching some old videos of him. You know what I'm saying? When I want to see a good scrap or whatever, I go, you know what I'm saying? I go dig in the toolbox or something and pull something out with him and go watch it because Scooter's dope, man. And that one loss don't define his career. I think when he come back, he gonna come back a savage. He's gonna come back a savage. But I don't want to think the worst and be like, oh, you know, he's retiring. I'm not even that's the last thing I'm even thinking about, man. I think Scooter just needs some time, you know what I mean? And he's working on something. We'll see him back again though. I know for sure we will. We just don't have a time frame on when we're gonna see him, man. But yeah, we got Edgar Berlanga this week. The week after, I believe it's the top ranked card. And then, you know, I'm gonna get back into the March 30th joint.
Okay.
I'm gonna get back into that. But I'm gonna definitely that idea I was telling you and Free about, I'm gonna hit y'all with it as soon as I get off this live. And I want y'all
Okay.
to tell
Yeah.
me
That's okay.
I'm gonna tell y'all can tell me
Yep.
what y'all think about it, but I gotta get ready to get myself something to grub on. I gotta fix me a wifey something. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all for taking the time to come up here and rock with me
Oh
too,
yeah,
man.
bro. Oh hell
Thank you.
yeah, man. That's what we
I mean,
do.
because I'll be needing you up here because when you ain't up here, D Freeze constantly picking on me. So I'm glad you're
That's
here.
D free. You know
He's
what I
being
mean?
nice. He's being nice because you're here. That's what
Oh
he doing.
damn.
Yeah. Because if you weren't here, I'll just be all kinds of names right now. So
Oh, but
good
that's
thing here.
normally if you know, D free a good dude. You don't normally get
That's
on
my
cats unless they
D
really do.
Free's
You know
my
what
brother.
I'm
You
saying?
know D Free know I love him. That's my y'all my brothers to the end. Y'all shit. Let me tell you,
Oh yeah.
I talk to y'all more than I talk to people in my community. So that's a fact. But we gonna shut this down, man. I love y'all, man. I appreciate everybody
Oh yeah.
joining me, man. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be back tomorrow, man. I can't even give a time tomorrow, but you know what? I'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna talk about. Matter of fact, when I send you the night is what we'll probably get our day started with tomorrow talking about. So we're gonna get up off here, man. I'm gonna check y'all later. Peace out, my brothers.
All right, everybody have a good one. Peace out.
All right, peace out.